Okay, so let's see where we're at here. All right. So I have a hodgepodge of scrap wood, 2x material, 1x material. Cut these into some rough circles. These are just scrap pieces that I've drawn on. I'm doing shrooms, still doing shrooms. So just drawing on some stems. I'm going to carve the stems and the tops separately this time. And make some different styles. These will be like chanterelles. And then I'm going to put them on this, glue this on here, make it into a base. Try to make it look like a log or some rocks or something. We'll see. Put some mushrooms around it. You know, I'll figure out how we want to do it. But that's what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to get started carving out these stems. And we'll go from there. All scrap pieces. And we'll try to give some of these some movement so it looks like they're turning up. Carve underneath. We'll give them some veins so that they can sit, you know, different angles on this platform. And so we'll just dig in and get started. Got my RAM microprocessor. I'm going to take this bit out. I'm going to use the coarse extreme flame burr, Kutzall flame burr. It's the coarsest one they make. It's for heavier, removing lots of wood. There you go. So these are going to be a fantasy mushroom. That's a long stemmed one. We're going to put it on something like that. We'll see. You know, you can do it out, you can make it out to be whatever you want to make it. Let me carve this up. This one to turn up a little bit. This one to turn down. See how you're starting to get the shape? The shape of the mushroom. It's a little thick here yet, but you know, that's kind of what she's gonna look like. And you can put it on there however you want. We'll put the veins in underneath, but you know, it'll be however we want to make it. Whatever looks good, put it on the little platform here. So this is just a block out, rough block out. We'll make this one go up. It already looks like it wants to go up. These go down. Find the center. The stem. don't want to go through. Alright, this is, like I say, just a rough out. We'll sand it and get everything more finished looking after I get the rest of them done, but you can see what it's going to look like. However you want it to go. And now I can let me find a bit. I'll show you what we're going to do on the let's see. We can try this one. We can try it and see. So this one is just a cutter bit. Has little cutters on the sides and on the ends. We use them to make whiskers, hairs, eyebrows, textured stuff. Let's see what it does for this veining. There you have it. So we can go a little deeper. We'll sand it a little bit, buff it a little bit, but that's what you're gonna have basically. However you want it to be. There's your little turned up side. If you want it to be like that. However you want it to look, you know. So there's one rough out, and we'll move forward. I'll finish these and then we'll come back. Okay, so let's get the sanding disc on here. And flapper disc. See what that does with this pine. crazy out here today. It's coming. You can see we're getting, I got to get rid of some of these lines here, but it's taking some shape. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is going to be some nice grain in there. I'll burn it just lightly. Okay, I'll finish these and then come back. Alright, so I've got the stems and the top sanded. I'm just going to do a quick Scotch-Brite on the back sides here, and then we'll do a quick burn and put them together. Okay. We'll do a quick burn on these things. Just a light one. Get some texture, color in there. Lightly, lightly. I don't want them too dark. They're a lighter color. I just want some of these grains to pop out a little bit. Not too much. Stop. I can overburn. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see what that looks like after I burnish it with the Scotch Brite. Stop. Alright, stop. Okay. Let's do the Scotch Brite again and see what that does for us. Okay, I've got this one. I'm just hot gluing these on. I'll get rid of these strings after, but you can see what they're going to look like pretty much. Standing them up there till they cool down. So I'm just filling them up with hot glue. Put the stem in there to where it fits the best. That hot glue holds pretty good. And then I'm going to hold it there for a minute. And then I want to stand it up and shape it, the top, to the angle that I want. So it doesn't take long, but I just want to get it to something like that. And I'll hot glue the bases down too, so then we'll just wait for a second here. And I'll add some there after I, oops, it's on my finger. There we go. After it sets, I'll add another weld of hot glue underneath there. Same with this one. Hello everybody, it's another day. I have, oh here's our mushrooms, our chanterelles. They turned out pretty good. I've got a coat of finish on them. They burned a little bit. I've flattened them out, but they're ready to be attached to this base. I got 3 of them. They're 3 different sizes, so they'll make a nice little collection, display collection. This base, I had glued 2 scrap pieces of wood together. Cut these off just to give it some structure, texture. Now I'm gonna round it and shape it, make it look like a log, so some kind of wood piece in the forest. And then we'll attach the mushrooms. I've got a couple other mushrooms up there. We'll attach them all to this base, put some moss on it, and make it look beautiful. So we'll get going. Put these over here. Face mask. Going back to the Kutzall Extreme Burr. Flame burr, Kutzall Extreme Flame. That removes the wood. It's what you want to use when you're doing a rough out. And glasses and earmuffs. Well, that made short work of that. So now we have a couple of pieces of scrap wood that makes it look like a piece of wood or rock or something out in the forest that is deteriorating. So I'll do a burn on it and then rough it up, and then we'll figure out where we want to put the mushrooms. There we go. So we have that. I'm debating. I don't really think I want to put a finish on this. I don't want it glossy for sure. I want it to look like a little rough piece of wood. So what I think we may do, start assembling everything. And I've got all these little mushrooms. I don't know if we can. Okay. I think our glue gun is ready. Let's see. Pretty close. So I'm going to move the morels on this side, and then we'll put the chanterelles on this side, and then I've got some moss I'll stick on there, and then it'll be a completed piece. It'll be its own standalone piece or an accompaniment to another piece, so you could use it any way you want to use it. So first of all, I guess we'll do this little guy. Okay, and this guy. That. And then this little guy I want, see, I want this one in front, like this, and then this one like this, maybe. Yeah, so we'll put this one here. stick. Right. See, how do we want to position him to go along with this one? They grow in clusters, so I guess we want them just like that. Just trying to get a picture of what is going to look the best, and I think it's right there. I think it's right there. And this one, that's not bad right there, but it's leaves this a little open. I like it over here. Wonder if I can heat that up and move this over a little bit. Yeah, I like it there. It wasn't what I was thinking of, but I do like it there better. And you know, it's your own personal choice. So someone may like it in another position other than that, but you're the one putting it together, so I like it like that. So that's what it's going to look like. I get these strings out of here with the heat gun, and then I'm going to put I've got some moss here. I'll probably just glue some of this on. Just in pieces around the mushrooms. Stuff it in there. I'll glue it in, but just want to get a look at what it's going to look like. Cover up all the bases. Some of that's already going to stick because of that hot glue. I'll stick some in here. Some back here. Some back here. I'll fool around with this and show you the finished product. But that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'll be back. Mushrooms, gnomes, Santa gnomes, and Christmas trees. You can put them with anything. It doesn't have to be about Christmas. It's a fantasy thing. It's an accent for any of your accompaniments, any of your pieces. Take away these things, look at it by itself. There we have it. All the way around. It's a piece by itself. I'm sure you'll have some ideas for it, but that's it. We're still doing shrooms.